And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. So you see the title of the video. This video is happening because of the video I did yesterday about D. Wade will be getting his statue this season. I believe the date is October 24th. And I mentioned in the video that I saw another content creator post about the CFL members, the 4 and 6 Kingdom members, were upset that LeBron James is not getting his statue first. Who knows if LeBron James even gets a statue in Miami. I truly hope he doesn't, for the sake of the integrity of the Miami franchise, and I hope that he doesn't get one as a Laker. I think it would be a travesty, and it would really be a shame if LeBron James got a statue in either one of those places. It would be disrespectful to the franchise. It would be disrespectful, even though Dwayne Wade is a pushover and a sap. It would be disrespectful to Dwayne Wade, someone who actually put in work for the franchise. Like I said, got a championship long before LeBron James decided to form this super team. And I say long before LeBron James. Again, D. Wade conspired with that. You know, he was a part of that decision, and thus, to me, lowering D. Wade's value as a competitor, as a player, to myself and to others. So that was kind of what was happening, what I talked about yesterday. But a lot of you in the comments were talking about whether LeBron should even get one in Cleveland. And, you know, some people were saying that, hey, he only deserves a statue in Cleveland. A couple of people were saying, hey, he shouldn't even get one in Cleveland. Me, myself, personally, if it was up to me, LeBron James would not get one in Cleveland either. And I'll go into some reasons why, but let me start with this. I've said this before. LeBron James is a gold digger. To me, when I think about what a gold digger really is, to me, they're someone who's basically trying to extract resources from you while giving as little as possible. So, yeah, and in that sense, this is why I call LeBron James a gold digger. And I think if you look at his track record, he is definitely that. And I think a gold digger is a user. You know, there's someone who basically using you to serve their own needs, again, without worrying about giving something in return, or, you know, while trying to give as little as possible in return in the moment they have extracted everything from you, or run out of things to give them, they are ready to move on. Or the moment they find someone with more things to extract than you, they are ready to move on. And this is, to me, when you think about it in this way, you would have to agree that LeBron James fits the description. And this is the reason why I would not give him a statue in Cleveland. But let me further explain. So LeBron James, you know, he came to the Cleveland organization, again, was handed the keys to the kingdom. Unlike previous high school draftees, people who came straight out of high school, LeBron James was handed the keys to the kingdom. This is kind of unprecedented. Most especially if you came out of high school back in the day, you really had to earn your place. You really had to prove yourself before, you were handed the keys, But again, this wasn't LeBron James. So he came in, was handed the keys. To me, the hype surrounding LeBron James was kind of ridiculous looking back on it, with coming in as the chosen one, $100 million contract and whatnot. And it was really ridiculous that LeBron James received so much in the beginning, but he was coming to, Cleveland, and he made all of these promises. He talked the good talk like a politician about him not leaving Cleveland. It was all the stuff about LeBron James not having help in Cleveland and the front office not doing their job in Cleveland. And, ironically, towards the end of his first stint with Cleveland, it seemed like the Cavaliers were on the upswing. I'm pretty sure the last 2 seasons before LeBron James pulled the biggest, most egregious move in sports history, in NBA history, I would say, the Cleveland Cavaliers seemed like they were on the upswing. I'm pretty sure they won 60-plus games the last 2 seasons before LeBron James made the decision. Now, so on top of the fact of them being on the upswing and them having made moves for the following season to try to get LeBron James some help, and we all know Byron Scott was part of, coming out saying that to everyone in Cleveland, no one thought it was possible that LeBron James was leaving. Like, everyone in the front office thought it was a given that he was coming back, except Byron Scott, who said, hey, don't count your chickens before they hatch, because apparently he had heard word that this may be otherwise. So, again, to me, the way he left Cleveland was just shameful and disgraceful and, cowardice and many other negative ways you want to describe the situation. It was just a very poor move of poor character for LeBron James, which is the beginning of everyone, or at least a lot of people, starting to look at him in a different light. Some people never looked at him in the same light again since that move. But then he goes to Miami, again with an already champion player in Dwayne Wade. They bring over Chris Bosh, Too Raw for Sports. I just heard him talk about this, and I think we all remember the rumblings about, I think after the 2011 smackdown that the Mavs gave to LeBron, I would say LeBron specifically, that they actually tried to recruit Chris Paul. And of course, and then we found out a few months ago that they were trying to recruit Melo as well. They were trying to make this a big four. So, oh my goodness, this, wow. I mean, just to say this out loud is like, fanboys, there is no way on earth that your false king is anywhere near the GOAT conversation. But he's not top 10. But just saying this stuff out loud, it just sounds absurd. It's like never in a million years would I thought that we would be sitting here talking about a superstar who's supposed to be in the GOAT conversation about the amount of superstars he's tried to recruit just in a matter of a few years. We're just talking about Miami. Again, we know it's a long list of people who LeBron James tried to recruit. But anyway, he goes to Miami, promises on all these undelivered championships, not 1, not 2, not 3. And instead of, again, staying with Miami, he leaves Miami in a sucker way too. He leaves Miami and just as bad as way as he left Cleveland. You know, D Wade admitted that he was upset by it. Pat Riley, of course. You know, LeBron James is just a person of poor character. But then he goes back to Cleveland and supposedly to come deliver a championship back to Cleveland. But here's the thing, my people, this is what I want to say, is I don't believe that LeBron James went back to the city of Cleveland for Cleveland. I don't believe that LeBron James' motivation was to go back to the city of Cleveland for the fans, for the organization to win a championship. LeBron James' motivation for going back to Cleveland was for him. It was for him. It was to get away from a D Wade on the down, a declining D Wade. It was to get away from a Pat Riley-led organization where LeBron James couldn't just do whatever he wanted to. Like, again, they were trying to get rid of Spoelstra, and Pat Riley wouldn't allow it. So, yeah, I think LeBron James wanted to get away from a declining star. He wanted to get away from an organization where he couldn't just have free reign and do whatever he wanted to. And lastly, I believe, and Rich Paul has, I believe it was on the Shay Shay podcast as well, he said that he told LeBron that he should go back to Cleveland. And again, we know that everything that happens with Unclutch Sports is strictly to benefit Unclutch Sports. So I don't believe this was a move about the fans and the city of Cleveland at all and try to make right his wrong. I believe it was simply an opportunistic thing that, oh, now we got Kyrie over there. Man, LeBron James is such a chump. but now you got Kyrie over there. And so he goes back to Cleveland. In my honest opinion, that was very self-serving. It was because if he could get a championship, that it would boost his legacy. To me, this was his motivation. And then here's the thing about LeBron James. That as much as he's a gold digger, I will say this is the one thing it's really interesting about LeBron James is, so they win 2016 with Cleveland, and then he tries to have Kyrie traded for Chris Paul again, I believe. He tries to have Kyrie traded after winning a championship. And again, to me, this really shows you the mindset of LeBron James is not to build anything. It's not to stay anywhere long enough to actually build something and put in the work to get the chemistry that is actually necessary to build a dynasty. LeBron James' whole mentality is instant gratification and short-sighted. His whole mentality is instant gratification and short-sightedness, which is why his career has been so inconsistent, which is why he has 6 finals losses. And even when and I'll get back to this, but just going back to even in LA, you know, when they won the 2020 bubble, it was after that LeBron James had the Lakers trade away their whole future, trade away everybody. So yeah, this guy is such in the mindset of instant gratification that it is no way that he should be ranked among the greatest of the greats. But anyway, so for all these reasons, that LeBron James simply is using everybody for his benefit. He uses the organizations for his benefit. He uses the players for what they can do for him right now. And once his mission is accomplished, he's already looking for the next best shiny thing to serve his own purpose. For that reason, if I was Cleveland, there's no way I would give this guy a statue in Cleveland. I would look at it as like, you used us and we used you. Yeah, you came back here and used us for your legacy, after making a punk move to leave us in the first place when you had told everybody that you had no intentions on ever leaving Cleveland and whatnot. And then you did that. And then you came back for a self-serving reason to get a championship for your legacy. And the same way that you used us for that, well, we're using you. Thanks for the championship. Now, bye. If someone else gets a championship in Cleveland, we'll give them a statue. But we're not giving you one. That's my take on it. This is how I feel about it. Is LeBron James, when you think about it, his career has been such a just a career of low integrity. It's been such a self-serving in every facet that you could possibly think of career that, to me, he doesn't deserve a statue. Say what you want about Michael Jordan and what you think about how he interacted with his teammates. But Michael Jordan wanted to win not only for himself, but he wanted his teammates to actually experience what it was like to be a champion. He said this on The Last Dance. He said, I wanted to win, but I wanted them to win. I wanted them to win. And you can tell by Jordan's reaction to his teammates' success that it was sincere. This video is getting a little longer than I intended, but I'm going to say this. There are times when you see LeBron and AD together, and when someone is heaping praise upon AD, I feel like you could tell that LeBron James is trying to hold back his dissatisfaction with anyone receiving credit but himself. He's really trying to put on the front that he's happy for AD and whatnot. But to me, when you just watch LeBron James' body mannerisms and whatnot, when someone else is receiving praise in his vicinity, and you pay attention to how LeBron looks, he looks like he's trying to hide the fact that LeBron James said he's not comfortable receiving praise. What he really meant is he's not comfortable with other people receiving praise. That's what he really meant. Is I'm really not comfortable with you praising my teammates in front of me. Please wait till I'm not around to do that. It makes me really uncomfortable. That's what he meant. But when Michael Jordan, when Steve Kerr hit that shot and they were, they showed all the fans after the, what championship was that? Was it the 97? I believe it was the 97 championship. And they were there with all the fans and whatnot. And Steve Kerr made the joke about Phil Jackson saying, Jordan's really not comfortable in these situations. So Phil Jackson said, Steve, we're coming to you, or something like that. He made some kind of joke about, Jordan not being comfortable in clutch situations. And Jordan was laughing, and you could tell he was really having a good time. And he felt happy that Steve Kerr had that moment. And we also know this because, again, if you go back and watch that play, Jordan really didn't have to pass that ball. Once Jordan had up faked and John Stockton proved block, Jordan could have shot that shot. It was a shot. It was a shot that would have been plenty comfortable for Michael Jordan to take. But he wanted Steve Kerr to have that chance at redemption. And so, Jordan actually had interest in his teammates succeeding. Jordan actually had interest in the fans and performing for the fans. We know Jordan and Kobe being on record as saying that they feel obligated to play every game and to give their 100% every game for the kid who's watching, who has paid their hard-earned money to be at the game, for the fans who have paid their hard-earned money to be at the game. So we know that part of Jordan's motivation was for the fans. It was for his teammates. He did want his to see his teammates succeed. But with LeBron James, it is a very one-sided situation. Is what can you do for me? From everybody. Teammates, what can you do for me to help my legacy? Front office, what can you do for me to help my legacy? Fans, fanboys, this is what you guys do. You guys are being used exactly how LeBron James intended for you to be used. Have blind allegiance no matter what the evidence suggests. You guys have a blind allegiance, and you guys have an emotional reaction to any criticism of LeBron James at all. So this is exactly what LeBron James wants. But anyway, we gonna hold up here. Like I said, to me, if I was Cleveland, LeBron James would not get a statue. Like, we would use him the same way he used us. Okay, you left us in the first place, and you came back. I don't believe he came back for the fans of Cleveland. I believe he came back in an opportunistic way because they had some talent over there now. He saw it as a chance to get another championship, and he knew that getting one in Cleveland would look good on his resume. So if I was Cleveland, I would say, hey, thanks for the championship. See ya. I mean, he won the championship, and then he left again. That should tell you all you need to know. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that LeBron James should get a statue in Cleveland? Do you think is what he did worthy of a statue in Cleveland? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly, truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.